Hello, my name's Charlotte Hacking. I'm the Learning Programmes Leader here at CLPE, and this is a brand new book for 2019, Look Up by Nathan Bryon and illustrated by Dapo Adeola. The minute we got this book at the CLPE, I knew we had to use this on one of our courses. As a teacher, I always taught in inner city areas, Lewisham and Haringey, and this is a book I would have wanted to put in every single one of my children's hands. It's such a beautiful representation of being confident, being strong, and following your dreams. And I know that each and every one of my children would have loved it. This book features on our inspiring writing course in Key Stage 1 because it's a beautiful example of a little girl who wants to communicate and is using writing herself to communicate to a range of different audiences, which makes it perfectly sit with the aims of that course. We first meet the central character Rocket on the inside title page, and we immediately know that she's full of wonder, confidence and creativity. She's made herself a rocket out of this box. She's flying with her arms spread wide and smiling, knowing that this is a scene that makes her really happy. And as we meet her on the first page, we get such an insight into her character from all the beautiful details that Dapo Adeola has added to this spread. Her curtains have stars on, her spacesuit is laid out on the bed ready to go the next day. Her pyjamas are covered in stars. We have telescopes, we have globes, we have astronaut toys. Her wallpaper is full of space. We know that everything in this little girl's life is about her fascination with space. And with young children in early years in Key Stage 1, that's going to resonate with them. They'll all have their different fascinations, things that mean so much to them and that they will have lots of experience of as well. She's a really confident character. She fills up the page in the spreads. As she looks out the window, we find that she is someone who's always got her head in the clouds. But her brother is very unlike her. As she's looking up and dreaming, he's looking down at his phone. And this is the crux of her problem in this story. This is a beautiful scene here. I remember doing a whole term of work with my children in reception on having your hair done, going to the barbers. And I would have loved to have a book like this. We had to rely on US titles like I Love My Hair and Bippity Bop Barbershop. But this was such an important experience for a lot of my children. It's such a touching scene between her and her mother. We can tell how long this is taking for her by the fact that she's got not one, not two, but 3 brushes and combs, 2 pots of cream, how patiently she's sitting there with her arms folded as she dreams about why her brother calls her Rocket. We see her full fascination is within space, and she wants to be just like Mae Jemison, the first African-American woman in space, showing just how important it is for young children to have role models. What's brilliant about this text is not only is there the text of the story, but there's also these small facts that are slipped into the illustrations as well. Kids love finding out facts. They love finding facts of their own. And one of the things that we try to do in the Inspiring Writing course is to get children to communicate what they know and share that with an audience as well. And this is a perfect example of that. We also try and get them to retell personal narratives through drawing and writing. And we can see this beautiful style that Dapo Adeola has adopted here, the childlike style that shows us that this is Rocket's dream. What she really wants to do more than anything is go to see the Phoenix meteor shower. And this again is a beautiful example of a poster that she's created herself for her audience here of dedicated followers. But she also wants to hand them out to the wider community, really showing to children you can write for an audience, you can write for purpose. Towards the end of the story, Rocket finds out that her flyers really did work. A mass of neighbours and the local community turn up at her door to go and witness the meteor shower with Rocket. As they go into the park in the dark, everyone is holding their breaths, waiting for the moment to arrive. The problem is, they wait and they wait and they wait, and it doesn't come. This beam of light that just highlights Rocket allows us to really empathise with this character, to look at her facial expressions, to feel what she's feeling at this moment of the story. But what it also does is catch Jamal, who for the first time is looking down at her and noticing her. And we wonder what it is Jamal's going to do next. But instead of looking down at his phone again, he says, "I've turned my phone off. I'm sorry for making you wait in the freezing cold for nothing, Jamal," she says. "Let's go home." But at that moment, they suddenly see a big bright light in the sky, and everyone is urged to look up. We don't know what they're seeing because we're seeing their reactions, but as we turn the page, we see the wonder of the Phoenix meteor shower, and we see this beautiful moment of Jamal and Rocket looking and sharing together. And as we end, she says, "I'm so happy we looked up and saw them together." And that is the essence of the book. Yes, I'm following my dreams, but I want to follow them with the people that matter most to me. It's a beautiful story of family, of dreams, of friendship between a brother and a sister, and a beautiful story that allows children to share their own personal narratives, their own fascinations, and get them to write for purpose and for pleasure. And that's why we use it on our Inspiring Writing course.